Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Coffee Quarter. Today is your episode 71, and we're going to talk about some of my favorite podcasts in the YouTube channels. I tried my best to get Bob on sofa, but apparently he's not doing anything for me. Can you come up here? No? Okay. With Mr. Bob, there's a lot of weird things about him. I took him to a dog park with other dogs, and of course he embarrassed me in front of everybody. And I stole the blanket. Anyway, so come back to our topic. I think I talked about, or at least I had an article somewhere talking about my favorite YouTubers, or YouTube channels, or my favorite podcasts. But most of them are, of course, female hosts, because this is how I learn my English, through those female hosts. And most of them, of course, are Asian Americans or Asian Canadians. I find myself learning English or learning speaking better through those people. They have, I don't know, I can't really tell, but when they talk, they have a very unique accent and the way to enunciate every single word, how they work on that. So I quickly picked up that thing, and then I would talk smoothly after I listen to or after I watch all the shows. But I've got a comment about, how do you ever, have you ever listened to male hosts? Or have you ever had a male YouTubers that you like and you watch them? And my answer is yes, I'm not sexist. I don't only listen to female hosts or female YouTubers or whatever the things that I don't know how to say that. But here is our part one, my favorite male YouTubers and podcasts. So this time I'm going to use a little bit of notes. Maybe not a little, but I have notes about my YouTube videos, YouTube channels, or YouTubers or podcasts or things like that. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I will, of course, post this link or even an article or whatever down below. So if you want to have a written version of it, definitely go ahead and check it out. So first one, I've mentioned this before. It's called the Colin and Samir show. I don't know how I found them, but I really like their show. They're talking about successful YouTubers, successful podcast hosts, things like that, how they got viral, and they're trying to, find they're trying to find some secret weapons from those successful videos or channels, and then gave advice to new YouTubers, new podcast hosts, or things like that. I'm not trying to become professional when I was listening to it. I just simply really love their voices, especially Samir's voice. I really like him. I think he is very well spoken. And when he explains things, or when he talks about stories or things like that, it's just it's very easy to get into it. So let's put it that way. So, of course, content-wise, that if you want to become a professional or full-time YouTuber or doing social media work in the future, and this is a good one to do, because they really point out a lot of how some of the YouTubers make such mistakes and then put them in a failure, and then some of why they are successful now. So you definitely can learn a lot. So for this channel, you're not only learning English, of course, but also learning techniques to build your own social media empire eventually one day. But I do love to listen to them, especially in the morning. I will put them on while making my breakfast or doing something else. It's sometimes you feel like it's mindless when you do that, but for their shows, I definitely pay attention. And when you can pay attention, you get to understand the content, and then you immediately pick up the language. Second one, I also mentioned this before, and I got my watch list and reading list, most from them. It's called The Review. I can't really say they're male voices or purely male voices, because they have sometimes 3 people, sometimes 4 people, but they have all women there as well. And also the good part is they have different accents. I think there's 1 or 2 they have British accents, which is my favorite. I don't even have a British accent, but I love them. So it gives you a chance to think about or to understand different accents from one show. And also because they're talking about books, shows, movies, and everything that is just popular right now. They will give a review. They're very open minded. It's not like everybody say, "Oh, this show is really good." Nope, they have different opinions of why they like it, why they don't. I really like them. I think the whole show is very genuine and very open to everybody. And now, of course, if you're somebody's fan and you might not agree with them, which is totally fine, but but you're not only listening to them talking, but also getting your list of what to read, what to watch, which is a really good one to do. And again, if you're learning English or you're trying to improve your listening or speaking in different accents, and this is a good one to go. And the third one is think fast, talk smart. Okay, this is the one I started my 7-day challenge for my speaking. I really love them, but I don't really listen to them very often, like not every day, because I don't want to study every day. I need a little bit break there. So this for me is a little bit more academic. You're learning how to communicate effectively. There are some episodes talking about learning English as a second language, how to do a better job on that one. So that's probably why I don't find it very relaxing listening to it every day. But occasionally I would come back and learn things because it's very informative. You learn a lot of tips about communication, which is a topic I'm going to do for the next video, how you can communicate effectively without getting frustrated and angry. So that is a really good one. The host is Matt Abrahams. He is a lecturer at Stanford University talking about organizational behaviors. I actually took that course, of course, not from Stanford. I took that course in a college when I started my HR management program, which I don't think I'm going to be a HR. I hate to say no. I hate to tell people that, oh, you know what? You're fired. So anyway, this is a good one to go. His voice is very calm and very soothing. And when you listen to him, you just you're very into it. Yeah. You know me, when I listen to those kind of things, voice is number one. As long as I'm comfortable with their voices, it's not too high pitched. And then I like it. And then of course he occasionally do episodes by himself, but then most of the time he will invite some experts, maybe celebrity, someone in this field to talk about how to communicate effectively. I really like it. If you like this kind of podcast, this is the one. Definitely you can go for it. And next one is called Armchair Expert. When I first followed them, they were still small kind of channel. But then definitely they were growing bigger and bigger. And then I kind of lost track of their episodes. Just because, there's just so much going on. And I'm not very interested in something that is too broad, too general. Well, it is the voice that I think, I'm not going to learn from him. Why do I put here? Because if you are the one who wants to get an idea of how to sound like him, he's definitely one to go because his voice is very deep and sexy. So it's really up to you if you want to listen to it. He invites a lot of course, guests to do their episodes. They cover pretty much almost all kinds of topics, from true crime to fun stories, celebrities, to some lifestyles, things like that, and get to know different people. Not only listening to the host, for example, you're not only listening to me. Sometimes you can get bored of that, but definitely, it's a kind of a conversational style. You learn how to talk to people or how to interview people through that kind of show. So I really like it. If you want to learn your speaking or you want to learn some of the content or ideas, this one will give you a very broad concept. The last podcast I like is Duet. Unfortunately, it's not uploading any new episodes anymore since March last year. I don't know what happened. It was such a big thing. I really, really loved it. It was talking about some old music songs, and like he invited celebrity to talk about what kind of music has an impact on their life, their career, any kind of like things. Then I think I was introduced to many different styles of or genres of music, and I really liked it. Like my playlist was based on this show for a while, and then they stopped, which is kind of a little bit unfortunate. But anyway, if you still love music, you want to get something different, definitely go ahead and check it out. But again, the last episode is on March 20th last year, so be careful when you follow them. So next one, we're going to talk about YouTube channels. Well, I watch YouTube channels. I watch YouTube a lot, like seriously a lot. Sometimes it's consciously paying attention to everything. Sometimes it's unconsciously just want some background noises while I'm doing something else. But there are a few male hosts that I like the most, and when I watch them, I definitely pay attention how they interpreted their ideas, how they present their concept or content, things like that. I think it's a great way to learn not only speaking but also presentation styles, things like that. And of course, you can definitely improve your listening and speaking through them too. So first, the one I mentioned this before many times is Marques Brownlee. He's so good. I like the way he talks. Very calm, very soothing, and very, very well spoken. When he talks about, those tech stuff and devices and new things, and of course he's doing electric cars now, which is good for him. He's getting really bigger, and I think he interviewed the CEO of Google, CEO of someone else really big. And anyway, I think he's the first guy, not really first guy, but definitely a guy I follow for a long time, and I watched every single video of his just because how much I love him. So if you're interested in technology, device reviews, or something else, like when I want to buy something, when I want to buy a laptop, phone, camera, things like that, and he's the one I will go for. Second one is from Bon Appetit. He does not have a YouTube channel himself, but I love him. I feel like he's a one expert version of Marques Brownlee. He talks, I don't know, like he has that kind of chill that you feel like, oh my God, I can relax with him talking about wine. So if you are into winery or something like that, he's a good one to go. And I don't even drink wine, but I love how he talks about those wine and how, the taste, how you kind of learn things from different ages of the wine and color and everything. And occasionally he will invite some guests like Kevin Hart, and what's the name of the other girl? I forgot. Anyway, quite famous, talking about, guess the price of the wine. And of course, celebrities have their own wineries, and then they will pick one and say, is it worth the money or something like that. So if you're into winery or you're just into something different, he's definitely a good one to go. My next one is Matthew Encina. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Sorry. I like him just because I like interior design. Not like I can do it, but I'm very interested in a lot of things that I cannot do. He's one of those, and he designed his own home office. I think now I discovered him during COVID because everybody was working from home, and he had this really huge renovation about his own home office, and from scratch, really from scratch. Every time when I see that, I feel like, you know what? I'm going to keep my desk so organized and clean. And then when I look at my desk, I'm like, yeah, just forget about it. But it doesn't hurt watching his videos because it's very satisfying to see someone can turn a totally different style to another minimalism style, something like that. Again, the way he presents, the way he interprets his ideas is very, very soothing. I'm into soothing voices. So if you're like me, though, he's a good guy to look at. And also, if you're a designer, you're an artist, you have to present your ideas. I think he might give you some ideas to do a presentation style thing. So how you can present your ideas to your customers, to your clients, or even to your bosses. So I don't know. Try it out. And the last one is when I just got my Sony Alpha 3000, this camera I'm using right now. His name is Peter McKinnon. I think so. I got to know him through Casey Neistat. I think they had like a collaboration, something about a video. Anyway, so he's talking about a lot of camera stuff, how to shoot, how to do a certain styles, and of course he teaches you how to do a commercial shooting, things like that. Anything about camera, anything about photography is my favorite. Not like I'm a professional, I would take awesome pictures, but sometimes, even with my phone, I like taking pictures. Might not be like consciously paying attention to the settings or something, but it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt, right? So you gotta watch different kind of topics and try to expand your knowledge to the point that you feel like you know everything. Anyway, so those are the things. Those are the podcasts and the YouTube channels I really like, and I still watch them a lot. So I hope you like it. And next one, I'm gonna do a female version, and I will do the same style. I will make a video of it, and also have a written form of everything, so you can read it as well. But also, I'm planning to do a video about communication, because I've gone through a communication crisis, and I kind of learned something. I have the urge to vent it out, so I can share that experience with you. Hope you like this video, and I think this is a short one. Anyway, I hope I didn't talk too fast. Anyway, hope you like this video, and of course, if you want to listen to my podcast, please definitely follow me on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcast. Just find Biz Coffee Corner. And of course, you can find the 喜马拉雅 and 小宇宙 and same name about 长安小贝儿. So I'll see you there. Peace out.